What is up, guys? COlivevideos. Finally starting my next review series of the Ratchet and Clank saga. Now, the Ratchet and Clank saga, let's just go into some backstory of it, was made by Insomniac Games. Insomniac Games was very well known for their PlayStation releases of Spyro the Dragon. Spyro the Dragon was sold by Insomniac Games because fucking Universal was like, oh, we fucking want this series, blah. And Insomniac was like, well, we're not going to continue it, so you guys can have it. Spyro the Dragon never, ever recovered. And now Insomniac had to make something new because Naughty Dog made something new, and then Sucker Punch all of a sudden made something, and it was like, God, what can we make to compete with our friends slash rivals to make a fun video game? Naughty Dog, Insomniac thought and thought and thought, and then they decided on a furry little rodent with a robot on his back that shoots fucking weapons. Now, when many people saw early themes of Ratchet and Clank, a lot of people were saying, oh, this is like Banjo-Kazooie. A lot of people were comparing this to Banjo-Kazooie pretty much, from what I've read, like from past reports, from reports on the internet where it was first being announced. A lot of people were talking about how it would be Banjo-Kazooie-esque. Ratchet and Clank pretty much lived up to its hype of a 3D platformer, but also probably put more hype to it than it thought it was going to originally made. And Insomniac once again made a successful title franchise. Ratchet and Clank is now on the PS2, PS3, and even the PS fucking P, for fuck's sakes. I mean, when you can get a game on the fucking PSP, that shows how much Sony loves you and trusts you. Because they will say, hey, put this on the fucking piece of shit because we need to sell some fucking shit. But let's talk about the first Ratchet and Clank game. The first Ratchet and Clank game came to a surprise as many people. A lot of people just thought it was going to be a simple platformer. I mean, we saw the dude with some guns, but we didn't know what the fuck he was going to do with guns. We thought that was like an arcade element. But it turns out you can buy the guns, and you can fucking use the guns. And it was like, oh my goodness. And this is where the reason why this game was so good when it came out. In 2002, Ratchet and Clank was a shit because once you first got that pyrocitor or that fucking blaster, and you started using that shit, you were like, damn, this is fucking awesome. Once you get the missile launcher, bam. But let's talk about the gameplay. The gameplay of Ratchet and Clank is very simple. It doesn't take much skill to really play this game when you first start out. There is a fair amount of difficulty in the game. I'm not going to say this game is really hard, but this game sometimes has some camera bugs. And what I mean by camera bugs is there's some points where you'll have to walk through the fucking wall. You'll walk through the wall or something. And you're like, what the fuck? There's some glitches. You'll walk on the side, and then all of a sudden, you'll fall off, and you'll be like, how the fuck did I fall off? And it's because you couldn't see yourself. That's probably like some of the only times you can die in this game, unless you're really new and you're trying to figure the control scheme out. That's the only way you could probably die in this game. But other than that, Ratchet and Clank proves to have some challenging aspects to its gameplay. Aside from just playing as Ratchet, you also get to play as Clank. With Clank, you're a little robot. You control other little robots. You tell them to go fucking bite the shit out of the other robots, and that's pretty much all you do with Clank. You pretty much solve all these smart little witty puzzles that they put in here, which is cool because, you know, it just picks your brain a little bit. And so you get to solve all these smart witty little puzzles, and you're like, okay, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And that's basically all you do with Clank. You also get to fly like a rocket ship once or twice. Well, not a rocket ship, a spaceship. And you fly that, you shoot at another spaceship, and that's pretty much it for the gameplay. The gameplay is pretty much simplified. It's nothing really too complicated, nothing really too struggling. And the Ratchet and Clank series has pretty much kept to its same gameplay, just added a little bit extra more elements to it. Throughout the game, you can purchase different weapons, different tools, find little hidden secrets. And what I like about this game is that, you know, when you're done with the map normally in a video game, you don't want to go back to that map. You're like, what's the point? I already finished everything on this map. There's no point in going back. But with Ratchet and Clank, it's like, fuck, I want to go back because I forgot a platinum bolt. Fuck, I want to go back because I didn't explore that one area. What do you mean I have to lock this shit? Okay, I better go unlock it first. And there's pretty much a lot of things you gotta unlock in this game. There's a lot of things that you can do in this game, and that's what makes it fun. It's the fact that you can backtrack, and there's a lot of fun things you can do. It's not just, alright, I'm done with this world, I never have to see it again. You can backtrack, and you can go back to the other worlds, and you can enjoy yourself inside of these worlds, and that's what's fun. In every world, it kind of feels unique in a way. Pretty much the one thing though that stands out in Ratchet and Clank is the fucking weapons. The weapons are sick as hell. I mean, first it starts out simple. You get a flamethrower, a blaster, and a bomb glove, and those are pretty cool. You're like, oh, that's cool. Then you get a fucking guided missile launcher. Then you get a fucking rocket launcher that can shoot little rockets later on. Then you get a freaking suck cannon where you suck little shits up and you shoot them at the big shits. It's like, god damn, dude, there was just so much unique weapons. You get little mini games for like hacking shit. I mean, pretty much this game overall, it's just a fun little platformer. And the one thing is though with Ratchet and Clank is that unlike its later successors, 2, 3, and maybe 4, if you count that as 4, Ratchet and Clank 1, I don't think has stand its test in time. Because once 2 and 3 come out, it makes Ratchet and Clank 1 like, what the fuck? How the fuck is this still around? Like, are you sure this is the first game? I mean, because a lot of people started playing 2. I think 2 is the more popular. Oh, well, actually 3 is the more popular, but 2 is one of the more populars. But Ratchet and Clank, it's still a fun game. If you and to be honest, guys, when it comes to plot and Ratchet and Clank, there literally is no, except for the future series and 3 to Deadlock and to the ending of 1 to the beginning of 2. There's really no continuous plot. It's pretty much just, oh yeah, I'm Ratchet. He's Clank. We're fighting. We're friends. Yay. That's pretty much the plot for Ratchet and Clank 1. I don't really know how much to say it, but pretty much Ratchet and Clank 1, I give it a solid B-. I know that's kind of a low grade for this game, but really, when I get to start talking about the other games, you will see why. Because, you know, this game is not really, it's pretty much just like a teaser for what is to come in the Ratchet and Clank series. And yes, guys, I will be reviewing Size Matters on the PS fucking P. Wish me luck on there, but anyways, this is CO Live. Subscribe if you guys like this for more Ratchet and Clank reviews, video game reviews, and all that other stuff. And yeah, pretty much that's all I gotta say here. See y'all.